everybody? It is Mary.
And Amma.
And today we are reviewing Married at First Sight. It is finally back. Last week they did not have any episode. They really just had some random people come in and they were talking about the show so far. So we felt no reason to review that. But Elijah Wan is already starting, and I just feel like it's too early. It's just too early in the day for me to be dealing with this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm already getting annoyed.
Katina has gone down to, she's gone to Michael and Jasmina's room. Because I think they all live in the same area.
They all live in the same apartment complex.
And so Michael has gone to Olajuwon at Katina's place to talk to Olajuwon. And Katina was just like, Michael said, well, if you, kind of apologize, take accountability for the dating app, do you think that things will be squashed? And she was like, I mean, that's if he gives me an opportunity. So Michael goes to Olajuwon to ask him that. And Olajuwon is just like, well, I mean, that's something to take into account. However, I'm going to have my guards up because nobody, I guess, is going to run a game on him.
Well, the thing
he has
is,
some issues of trust.
The thing with when she was downstairs talking to Jasmine and Michael, and it was just Katina there, she basically was talking to them about what happened. The thing is, she really held back. She did not really get to the root of what happened.
How disrespectful and abusive he was.
Yeah. Like, she really was covering him. She didn't even give them, 2% of what really happened. Like, she was just all over the place.
All the stuff he said.
And everything like that.
She just kind of told it from his side and whatever. Like, oh, he saw this dating app and he got upset. And she didn't even say to them, I didn't even hear her say to them, what she said to him. I haven't been on that for, 2 years.
Yeah.
So it was kind of and so they only had that to go on, and they were just like, oh, okay, I mean.
So it was kind of like they were trying to shield Olajuwon, or it just seemed like they were trying to.
Well, they didn't have information.
They did have information, so it was just like they were on his side. Well, not on his side, but they were just like, well, I mean, maybe you could do this or whatever.
Just tell him and explain to him, because she has not even said that she tried and he was just cursing out at her. She didn't say all that.
And she was in tears and everything and stuff like that, which I just thought was just a shame. And then Michael goes to Olajuwon, in his room or whatever, where he's just there, and the man's eyes are low as a kite. I don't know what he was doing. It just seemed like, he just did not care.
Techniques.
Yeah. It just did not seem like he even cared or whatever.
That man does not want her. I don't even know how many other ways to say it. He hasn't wanted her since she walked down the aisle.
Since he took
He
two
has
looks
not
at her.
wanted her. So Zach, when he first met Michaela, he did not want her. We all could see that. And then, yes, I know, Olajuwon came with all his flowery words and whatever and all
which
these
I
BS,
thought was BS.
Which
it did not even
never
seem...
you were never on board with that.
We both saw that it was not genuine. He was saying it, but it didn't reach the eyeballs, and it was just
something you just couldn't believe what he was saying at all. And even when he was talking to her people, right? They did not believe it either. He was saying all these flowery things,
and he basically was trying to tell them to shut up.
Yeah, and it was just no one could really buy his affection, and we have just been waiting for the ball to drop with him.
Yeah, and he did not
nobody
disappoint.
buys it. I don't know if they buy it. The people who are around him, they don't seem to buy it.
Michael cannot stand Olajuwon.
I think he was just
cannot
watching
stand him.
He wasn't really saying anything. He was just
He was rolling his eyes, and he was just
yeah, at one point he
he couldn't control himself, so he had to do this and rub his eyes. He even tell you they can't stand him. But I just felt like it was just disgusting. He was just I'm going to have trust issues or whatever, or I won't be able to see her clearly or something.
You're just looking for an excuse. Please,
and the thing is,
you don't want her, just say, I don't want you.
And I feel like it's a horrible thing because you're projecting your insecurities onto her. You're saying, I did this, I did this, I did this. She is not you. But the thing is, who deletes their Instagram when they get married? You probably have several different women in there that you were talking to, probably sending your penis pictures to, and all this other stuff.
And guess what? You're going to go right back on it when this is over.
Exactly. You probably didn't even delete it. You probably deactivated it, but it'll probably be active once you log back in because they give you a certain amount of time to do that. So, do I buy it from him? No. But the only reason why you're acting like that is because if it was on your phone, you know goodness well it would be active, highly active.
About a dating app that nobody has been on for like 2 years. It's odd.
He's
So-
odd. He has mental imbalances, like literally. And
Yeah.
just let her go. Like, you're just being an a-hole and nobody's buying. Oh, do you take it seriously?
No.
You don't like her. You don't even know what the fuck marriage
haven't
is.
liked her at all from the very beginning. And it's not enough for you just to be honest and just say, I don't really see this stuff going anywhere because I don't feel this from you from the moment that I met you, and just leave it at that. That's one of the things that I liked about that guy, who at the end he was just like, no, like he let her know.
Yeah.
I don't feel this way for you, but we can just be friends during this and enjoy the
Yeah.
rest of it. And then at least he gives her that option to say, no, I'm not going to do this, it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But don't just, and that's the thing that I just have an issue with. You're not into this lady. Just leave her alone. Leave her in peace. Be honest with her.
And I just think it's so ironic that the man who has disrespected and disregarded women and has basically been a player his whole life is now telling you, Katina, how to be a woman and how to talk about marriage. What the hell do you know about marriage? What do you know about marriage? You know how to be single very well. So why is Katina, if I was Katina, and whenever he's giving me advice, I would just sit there and laugh. Because, you're telling me about marriage? Are you kidding me?
He has male parts, so we know he's a male, but he's not even a man.
He's not a
He
man.
doesn't know what that even entails.
He's just pathetic.
Like, the number one thing, your woman has to be safe around you. She's not safe around you physically. Like, if you're acting like that on camera, you sure are going to be physically abusive to her.
Eventually.
When the camera is not there. And he may already have been. Like, he may have, grabbed her or some kind
Grabbed
of thing.
her arm or something,
I'm sure,
maybe
beat all
pushed
up
her.
in her face or exactly behind
Yeah.
closed door. I will not put that past him. But he will come to her and say it was your fault, though.
Yeah.
And she will believe him, though.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't healed from her trauma. When the person was abusing her, she stayed in that relationship.
My thing is, Katina, you should have never told this man what your ex did.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the biggest mistakes.
Stop telling people your stuff.
You don't have to, my thing is, when you get into a new relationship, it's not that person's job to heal you. It's not their job to know about your past and to be fragile with you.
That's why
Fix
you
that shit before you go to another relationship.
That's what the counselor.
That's what they are for. Don't be like, oh, my ex used to do this, so you better show me that you're different. That don't even make sense. That don't make sense.
And then when
Let me tell you what I went through
about legitimate stuff that you're having problems with, he'll say, well, I see why this guy mistreated you this way. I see why, and you're projecting your stuff onto me from that past relationship that you brought up. See, and that's what Elijah is doing. And this is not the first time he has done this.
No.
This is something that he does on a regular basis. He's an abuser.
Yeah.
I have a problem with Married at First Sight, leaving these abusers like Elijah and Jose, the last one. I just have an issue with this. With Married at First Sight, you're not protecting these women.
They're trying to normalize it.
Yes, and it's not okay.
No.
It's not okay.
And here I am. Chicken wing man. I think we were over budget by 40%.
Like, there was no excuse for this. He's just looking for any little thing. Cleaning after it's nighttime and people have left.
First of all, she's not your mother.
Like, it's so
she's
ridiculous.
not your maid.
Like,
she is your wife.
odd
Like,
the
you
way
are
he
just
behaves.
stupid. Like, you act like you didn't eat before you met her. Oh, I have a wife now, so she has to be my maid, and I have to walk all over her. You need to cook. You need to clean. What are you doing? You're not cooking. You're cleaning.
Look.
You work from home. What does that mean?
He works. She works at home. But he says he feels his work is more valuable because he goes
go
out
outside?
of the home, and she's stuck in the home, and so she needs to have all this stuff done. You can't come home and help her with it, even though you all are working the same amount of time.
You just sound like
So ridiculous.
your level of intelligence, and that's
Katina,
very
you're
low.
putting up with that. It's just,
I feel really bad for Katina, and I
she
just feel
has
like
a lot of healing
she has
to
a
do.
lot
And
of
he
healing
goes,
to do.
I think he's the kind of person, because he's an abuser, he goes for women who he sees has issues. That's why he wants to find out all their stuff. He goes for women who have these issues, and he tests them to see if they're going to be accepting of this stuff.
Yeah, well, obviously she
I
has
promise
some
you,
healing
he
to do.
had
That's why she
Jasmina,
attracted
he
this.
will not.
Jasmina will
will
check
not
that
even
fool
dare.
so quick. That man
He'll
will have
be trying
whiplash.
though. He'll be trying all kinds of ways to get through. But yeah, Katina is just like the classic case of someone who has not had their healing done, and Elijah is just a classic case of that abuser who is going to try to exploit her.
I'm pretty sure they've had relations.
Yeah, I am
Because
sure. And that's why
and
she's
if they
crying.
haven't,
That's why
then this
she's
is just
upset.
a red flag for them not to.
Yeah, that's why she's upset. That's why she's really upset about this whole thing. Yeah, that's what I think.
Because you see, Jasmina has not slept with Michael.
No.
So when he does stuff, she is very easy for her to detach. But also, she a little crazy.
And also, it's kind of like, thank God. But I think that's why Katina is crying too. I think that they've already, even the way he was grabbing her one
And
time
then
and all that
slapped her
stuff.
booty.
Yeah, please.
And then rubbing her back
They
on the
have
couch with her
already. And then look at that outfit that he gave her. That was so unflattering, but was like showing all her.
You
like,
could literally see all her
breasts
side
and all that
breasts and
stuff.
everything. It was just
You
too
will
much.
see her breast. You'll be able to see her breast. If you bent over, you'll be able to see her whole
Mom,
breast.
if she moved over, that shirt would have gone like this.
Yeah.
You would have seen a whole nip slip.
He
He
has already
It's just
done
sad.
stuff with her, and that's the sad thing because
I would really advise anybody who are, I mean, even if you are in married at first sight
that's why it
and you're
hurts so
married,
much with her. She's thinking if I had sex with, I had sex with him, thinking he will get better, but the very next day he's insulting me. The very next day he's complaining. And if he's complaining about stuff that she's doing, I bet after
oh, I'm sure
they
he's
had
complaining about,
the
you know,
sex,
yeah.
yes, I am sure he even complained.
And just to cool off and relax.
Yeah, we had a conversation before we went to sleep last night, just talking about the whole situation, and I understood
Look at
where
him,
you
has
were coming from.
his cross necklace
nobody
out.
wants to see a dating app in someone's phone, so I said sorry to him, but I'll say sorry again now. And yeah, and then I think you understood where I was coming from too.
Yeah, so I have to learn how to control my emotions a little better. And I apologize to Katina, but we definitely
Yeah, we're good now.
fixed our problem.
We're good. We're moving forward. Today's a new day.
No marriage is perfect, but with effort, everything.
She's leaning on him, and he has his hands
I
together.
appreciate you too.
Katina. So they came together to say together, I apologize. She said she apologized to him because no one wants to have someone who has a dating app on their phone. So she has apologized to him.
She is going through abuse woman syndrome.
And so he's like, yeah, you know, and then she says, and you understand where I was coming from, right? And he's like, yeah, I have to try a little better. Not he has to change. I gotta try a little better how to
work on my
control,
emotions.
work on my emotions,
As he smiles, all
and stuff
sickly.
like that. Did he say he was sorry? Did he say
No.
No. Okay.
She said, I already told him sorry, but I'll tell you sorry again.
Yeah. I don't even think he said. Did he say sorry?
As she leans all
on him,
him.
and he has his hand like this. Okay, Katina. Hey,
It's
you
just
are
really
covering
sad.
someone who, and then he has his cross. He took his cross from his sweatshirt, pulled it out here for us to see his cross. This guy.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say anything.
Anyhow,
But
they kissed at the end, and I just, yeah.
Anybody can wear a
You
cross
got-
in their
you-
chest,
you
but they
tell
can be
us.
one of the most devilish people. That's all I got to say.
And well,
It's plenty of
you all tell
documentaries to
us-
show that.
You guys tell us what you think. Did you find him genuine? Did you think that he was on the up and up?
Do you think Katina should run for the hills?
Yeah. Have you found him genuine all this time? What do you think? Let us know.
And if you have, I'll pray for you.
Let us know, regardless.
Oh, Lord.
We'll still pray, but
Situation, feeling pretty secure. I saved up a bunch of money. I have a pretty good runway here. Yeah. For whatever reason, it seems like she has to go into it with so much faith because she's never seen me in my sales engineering position.
Right. I have plenty of savings. I'm contributing 3 or 4 times as much. I'm not asking her to contribute more. So in the now, I don't think there's a problem, but I think there's a perception problem, and I think there's a future problem. You know, part of me is like, hey, if you don't believe in me, like, there's nothing I can do. I feel like I've done everything I could short of getting a full-time position to prove how much I'm into this. Yeah. Physical, verbal expressions of love, effort, cooking, cleaning. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what else can I do? Is the only way to make you happy for me to get a job?
So
like,
Steve is saying he contributes 3 to 4 times the finances.
What the hell does that mean?
And she contributes the rest, and he's not asking her to contribute.
I don't know what 3 to 4 is. Like
What,
3 to 4 times a week?
So that means that maybe I guess she does 1 quarter and then he does 3 quarters. That's what I'm thinking.
No, he does not want to work. She wants a provider. She wants to be able to sit at home and have the midday naps like you do with the dog. That's what's going on.
And she hates her job.
Yeah. So she's like, come free me.
Or do you just want nice things? Are we going on vacation? What's the plan here, you know? If I do that, it's going to stifle what we could create together. Yeah. I mean, I know that these are a lot of the frustrating things. When we're not having issues, everything can be really great, man. Like, we have a lot of fun together. It's just hard when we know decision day is coming up and there's that uncertainty.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. I feel like I finally got to a place where I'm like, you know, I really care about you. But is it enough where I want to say yes?
It's so hard when it's a roller coaster constantly. Like, even if you're having a good streak, it can all just take a turn and you're like, can we do this?
Seeing all these things play out, it's just a lot. And I think about the longevity and how it's going to be if it doesn't change. When you have a 8-week time limit, essentially, to get to a place of yes, it's like you're on the clock a lot.
He has some nice eyebrows.
I just can't get over it. Mark is on this. You know, it's like a lot, you know, like I don't know if I can handle it. It's like it's a lot, you know. Like his eyes are always so wide, like he is a deer in headlights. What is too much for you? Like, you are a grown man. Handle yourself. Like, y'all just gonna leave the football in the water?
Oh, because he didn't get it. So he has to go into the water. Guys are so funny. They're always trying to do some weird.
Everything is too much for Mark. That's my issue with him.
Today I'm going to teach Jasmine how to drive so she can practice.
She don't know how to
for the driving
drive.
test. She is a teacher, but today I'm teaching my wife how to drive. We got cones in the back, so we create our own lanes. I'm going to teach her how to parallel park, turns, the difference between the brake and the gas pedal. We did the index cars, and she did way better than I thought she would. So now it's time to put some of those things into practice and really see how she does. I thought it'd be a lot more calm and get intense for some reason. Yeah, get intense. You know what it is? Because you're too happy and too smiling. I don't know why that throwing me off. I don't want you to be nervous, and you're not nervous. That's just making me nervous. I had a lot of things that I thought about.
Look at the dog, like.
But never in a million years that I think I'd be teaching my wife how to drive, but she definitely needs to get her license. And she knows how to drive, and it's going to make our lives just a lot easier. We're going to treat this very, very serious. Like, this is just your driving test. So we're grading you on everything, from hand placement, checking your mirrors, looking at both mirrors before you take off. Okay? Right? I don't like how happy you are. I want you to be nervous, and I'm more nervous than you are.
No, I'm going to be nervous when I get behind the wheel for sure.
Okay. We're going to start with some just basics. So I'm going to have you get into the driver's seat.
If you're nervous, you're going to make me.
I'm not nervous. I'm cool.
Your life is in my hands. My dog's life is in my hands.
We're good. Get into the driver's seat.
Why y'all took the dog?
I'm very nervous and scared, but today I don't really feel that way.
I don't know if it's because of Michael and just him being nervous, and it just changed my whole mood because I didn't want it to be too nervous, people. But I think because he was nervous, it just made it more fun. Seat, though.
Yes, for sure.
Phoebe, look at you. Never seen my mom in the front seat.
He's acting once. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Failed. You already failed. It's just like in a driving test. You want to look at all your mirrors before you do anything.
That's you whenever I'm driving. You always gripping that handle at the top.
No, but it just makes me more like, cause my body will move this way or this way.
Yeah.
It just makes me not move all the
Where's the
way.
gas? Sorry, my foot slipped. Why are you holding on?
Just my protection.
Where am I going?
Break.
You said put the car in park. I'm supposed to brake first and then put it in park,
Yeah,
right?
but you don't ever have to slam on the brake.
I literally tapped.
It's okay.
You put these cones way
No, they're good.
too close.
They're good.
Oh,
Let's go through these cones.
we about to go through these cones. Park face, please.
Mm-hmm.
Are the cones good on your side?
Cones are good. Alright, now you gotta bag your turns. Full turn, full
Like
turn.
quick? Like this?
Full turn, yeah.
Slow down.
Okay, we moving. Okay.
He said we moving.
What just happened? Why you want to be in Fast and Furious so bad? You're not fast. Alright, come on. Let's just turn right here.
Well, I get scared that the cone is there.
No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's okay. Look at the cone.
I can't. Can I hit it?
Somebody's dead.
I don't know if I would say Michael and I are becoming more affectionate with one another, but we are definitely enjoying being around each other more, and it's definitely bringing us closer. And so I have no doubt that if that continues, then more affection will come.
How do you think you did?
Amazing.
What was your grades on? A D? No, I gave her C or C minus.
One cone.
Yeah, but you have a heavy foot. That scares me.
But the thing is, who told the gas to be that strong?
He said, let me back
So
up.
I did good. I did good.
You did better than I thought. Now we just gotta work on your actual getting a license.
She need to go back to driving school. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's start with the
Yeah,
basics,
yeah,
honey.
more is, more she gets comfortable on the road, I think.
Yeah, that was just a little scary.
Yeah.
The way
But
she
I
hit the brake.
definitely,
Gives her my whiplash.
I can see with Michael where he was holding on to that thing because that's what I do. But because I move around.
That's what she says it is, but she's always like, "Oh my God, you're speedy! Speed limit! It's 25! It's 25! Oh my God, you're going 26! Oh my God!" It's a nightmare driving with her. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a very cute moment with Jasmine and Michael.
I think so.
But I don't feel like they need to feel like, oh my God, I need to have affection by week 8. Because my thing is, Michael fine as hell. Jasmine is pretty. So, I mean,
You will find your way with each
you
other.
guys will find your way. When people have arranged marriages, sometimes they don't have sex for a whole year. So, my thing is, y'all should not have to rush it within 8 weeks.
Yeah,
The thing is, y'all continue to get closer, build that emotional connection, and one day, you gonna look at him, she gonna look at you, and we just gonna be like, let's go to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
It will just happen.
Exactly. So you guys just need to trust that.
Yes.
You already said you're attracted to him. Attraction is all you need, honey.
Yeah.
So I don't think they should be worried about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael fine. He ain't
They
6'8",
need to get-
but he fine.
Yeah,
That's
they
all
need
that
to-
matter.
They need to get with people who, like, it would be nice, I think, for them particularly, probably to get with people, what was that girl's name?
Other married couples.
Yeah, another married.
Like Deanna and Michael.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see if they
Exactly.
They should let the new Married at First Sight people meet with older generations of the Married at First Sight.
Yeah, that should be a little
That should be a
segment
thing. Yes.
where they get to talk to them,
Yeah.
ask advice. Not the I mean, they
Not
also
the
could come
other
in
couples
as
because they're
experts.
also very new to it. But
Exactly.
it should be with somebody who has gone through this, who has had a successful
Also,
marriage.
Exactly.
I'm not talking about Jamie and Doug. But I am talking about, Deanna and Michael.
But even Jamie and Doug too. I mean, I know you don't particularly care for her.
It's
but
not
Jamie and
that,
Doug, they
but
have
just
a successful marriage.
y'all
It's not
just-
like they don't.
they do,
And the
but
fact
just
that she did not like him
Yeah,
she
she
wasn't
was about to
attracted to
vomit.
him, I think that would be a really good person to talk to Jasmina.
But I think she got over that like within like 4 or 5 days. Like she was saying, "I love you" on the honeymoon. She kissed him. The only reason why I said not Jamie and Michael, just because it just seemed kind of unstable right now. If y'all just go look at her Instagram.
Oh, Jamie and Doug.
But they seem happy now.
I mean, they're happy. They have the, you know, I don't know if they are the ones who are having an issue. They may have their like individual stuff going on, but
they definitely
they're
are dedicated
okay.
to making it work. That's what I love about them. You know.
Exactly.
I like Deanna and Michael because Deanna was not feeling him. She was really like Jasmina. I did not like Deanna at first. I was like, why is she treating this brother the way he treated him? Like, he is so nice, you know. And she was like, I don't want compliments. Stop complimenting me. And then as soon as he stopped, you don't like my dress? You don't like my fit? Like, what's going on? And he was like, you want compliments, then you don't want compliments. What do you want from me? Yeah. But one day she just looked at him. Yeah. She looked at him, and then he looked at her. And it was on and popping. And I think it was when the friends linked up. And she said she liked how she saw him with his friends. Like, it was a new side to him. Yeah. And they got it on and popping that night. Yeah. So, I don't think that they should stress out. Yeah. I think Jasmina should just let it go. Yeah. And stop worrying about if your stuff is getting wet for him. Yeah. Girl.
It will. It will happen.
There are other women who will be very happy with Michael. So, I would just say, hold on to your man, honey. Hold on to him tight. Yeah. So you're a Lajuan now, Noe? That's what we're doing now. We're degrading somebody because they're not working. But yeah, you have mental problems.
But we're providing more of the finances than you are.
Just have the cojones to say, I want somebody who provides. Free me from my job. And there's no shame in that.
And I can be at home.
Just say that. But
I don't want to work at all.
Like, don't sit here being passive aggressive. Say that, oh, you should clean all the bathrooms and you can kiss my booty and pass me a knife like he's some slave. Yeah. Like, what's wrong with you?
Your house
like your houseboy or something. Yeah. Like, girl, pipe down. Just voice your concern. Be a woman about it and be like, I don't want to work. There's nothing wrong with that. Women
She did not say thank you for the breakfast that he made for her.
You could have starved. You could have took your ass to IHOP.
After she says, pass me a fork, you were right there. You could pass yourself a fork.
You could have got up yourself.
You moved around to where you needed to sit.
Pass me a fork and a knife.
Pass me a knife. And then, as soon as he sits down, the toilets are dirty. They need to be clean.
And then he's like, why don't you take one, I take one. She's like, no, I'm busy working. I'm busy working. I know. And she kept on saying that. I'm busy working.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you're working from home. You can also do something. It's not like you're not in the home.
Like, my thing is just, there's so much emphasis put on I am working, and you're not working.
Y'all try being a stay-at-home mom for 24 hours.
Like, I will see if you were working and you were paying for everything. That's a whole different thing. If she was working, paying for everything, and he's doing this, that's fine. But he's also providing for the finances, so he's not really a burden to you. He's providing more of the finances, so he's not a burden to you. And you don't want to help at all. You don't want to do anything, even on a Saturday. Well, this wasn't a Saturday where she's not working. I don't know what to say. Anywho.
I just think, this society is so effed up. They have made it seem like women work is like it's like nothing. Like, it's so easy. You sit at home and try to be a 24-hour stay-at-home mom, and then you tell me which job is harder. Because after you finish working, you can go take yourself to the bar to go drink, and then you can come home. I have to sit here at home and talk to the kids. I have to be the therapist. I have to listen to them, all the little stupid songs they want to sing to me. I gotta cook. I gotta clean. Y'all don't act like y'all don't be listening to your kids. Be like, look at this, mommy. Look at this, mommy. Like, okay, for the 15th time, damn, okay. Like, you have to do all that. You have to keep the house tidy. It is not easy cleaning. It's not.
And that's the same thing with him. He's at home. He chooses not to work, but he has these same savings. He has his
He wants
finances
to relax
together.
too.
He wants to relax, and so
Don't be
that
mad at me because you
work,
hate your
yeah.
job. I didn't tell you.
To stay on
It's
your
like
job, you could learn from him. Maybe you can tell him. Maybe if you just say, "Look, you have your savings. I am willing to kind of adjust myself to what money that you do have, so we both can just kind of be and I can figure out what job I really want to have." Since
Yeah,
I
I
hate my job
want to
so
be
much.
free too.
You
I
never
want
know
time
what
for my
he might give
creativity.
you some advice since he has
Yeah.
been there and he has left his job.
And he's been a sales engineer. They make really good money.
But you
So-
have not done that. Instead, you're thinking about how I can put him down for not working. You can actually get some advice from him. So it's just odd.
Because there really
Yeah.
isn't, or there shouldn't be.
So here's
anything
Olajuwon.
that-
Who is he
that
talking
breaks
to?
that bond, you know, if it's real. It seems like he really wants to make a connection with her, and it's like he's working really
Make a
hard to build
connection?
some kind of trust, and I wish him the best with it.
But he did tell him, I mean, if you really have a bond, you will find a way to make it work.
Coming to visit me in the old folks'
But he's
home,
so full of
I am
SHIT.
lost at what the coach said. He said I want to make connection with her. So did he just tell him that I don't have a connection with Katina?
No.
Is that what we're saying now?
No. What the coach was telling him, he said, if you, he said that if you really have a connection with her, like, you will be able to get through anything. You'll be able to overlook things and move on. Like, if the connection is really real, you can overcome anything. So obviously he has fed him the BS. You see, Olajuwon is certain way to certain people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He is that kind of person. He's not
Like
genuine.
Zach.
Yeah, he's
Where
not
he'll be
genuine.
crying in front of all the therapists.
Yeah.
But when
Well,
it's his family, he don't cry.
You know what is sad when I look at people like Olajuwon and Zach? What is sad to me with them is that, like, these people are older. They are like in their 30s. What's sad is that they never have given themselves an opportunity to really be vulnerable, to really even get the strength from that. They have never given them, they don't even really know who they are. They have never really explored a part of themselves. You know? They go around trying to exploit people, trying to exploit and see what they can get from them, trying to get over. They're like that kind of person, like always trying to get over, trying to see how you can get the upper hand, trying to see how you can use this person and abuse this person. You've never really just lived. You haven't really lived. Like, and there's a sadness to that. Like, I don't agree with what you're doing, but there's still a sadness to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really feel sorry for you because it's a choice. You made that choice.
Yeah.
But it's sad that you're not giving yourself an opportunity to grow beyond this, and you're already in your late 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
And so this is something that's going to be embedded in who you are as you move forward. And let me tell you, there's no true happiness to that. There's no true happiness. There's no true joy. There's no true fulfillment as you get older. And the thing is, when you get to a certain age, it's just going to stick to you.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the sadness of it. But hey, that's the choice you made.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
Yep. Anywho.
I don't know how to really feel about Lindsay.
And I don't know if it's the editing that's making her seem like this tyrant. But
I feel like Mark has the little things that he does to push her. But he be acting all innocent with his little hamster face like, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. It's just a lot for me. It's just a lot. Eyeballs all white. I don't know how you keep your eyeballs that wide. I mean, my eyes are hurting.
His eyes are just like that. Probably just...
It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I don't, my thing with Lindsay, I don't know how to feel.
I was quite uncomfortable, the yelling and...
She said you touch the cat more, and if you love me as half as much as the cat, we will be good. And you touch the cat more than you touch your wife, and he's like, oh, you're acting like I have sex with a cat or something.
She's like, he makes love to her. He doesn't make love to the cat. He makes love to her.
And then she's like, yeah, but you touch a damn cat more than you touch your wife.
It's not about the cat, Lindsay. It's not even about those clothes that you bought. You gotta find out what the issue is. The issue is you told this man to come in here and live with you. He went to try to find a job outside of the state or whatever.
But now he's not doing that.
You told him not to do that, to find something in Boston. He had a place. You said no, moving with me, and Lindsay, you're taking on quite a bit, and it's a lot, and that's what's driving you nuts. And what do you want from him? You want his blood, his soul, for everything you did for him. The thing is, when you do so much for someone, especially for a man, he becomes resentful, because that's what he is supposed to be doing. He understands that. He knows that innately. And when you do so much for him, then he feels like you're trying to be his mommy. And
you emasculate him.
Yeah, so no matter what you say and how you say it, which you don't say it in the best of ways most of the time, it just makes him feel worse, and it's not going to work. You just let a man, when he has his problems, allow him to figure it out himself. Allow him to come up with a plan on his own.
Just be there to support him.
Yeah, if he's not asking...
And when I say support, I don't mean do it for him.
He never turned around and asked you for your assistance. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He never turned around and said, come and put on a hazmat suit with me and clean up my space.
Oh, I'm not team for you when I put my motherfucking hazmat suit on. See, there you go, throw it in his face.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
And you throw these in his face after you've told him he could have had a job out of state. You said no, because that means that he's not giving the marriage, the proper attention.
Yeah.
So now you want him to find a job in Boston. But then you are making fun of the fact that he was not making that much money, right? Because he's some kind of gym club membership salesperson.
I'm just confused.
Oh, man.
Because at first y'all said this man was in real estate. And then it swiftly came about him doing gym memberships, selling gym memberships. And now I'm hearing through the grapevine, this fool work at Chick-fil-A.
Well,
what the hell is going on? What the hell do you do?
Today on Google News saying that, Mark's Chick-fil-A career. Now, I don't know if he's still working there. I didn't open up the news. I just didn't bother. I was just like, okay. Until I hear him talk about Chick-fil-A, I'm not going to bother myself. Because we still don't quite know what he does.
No.
I mean...
Also, I feel like Michael, whatever hamster face is. My thing is, I don't think he likes her. So maybe that's why he's not putting in 110%. She said her thing was that he was being very wishy-washy. He wasn't being consistent. Yeah. I feel like it's very important, just like Elijah and Katina. That person is not like you. You have to understand this person is their own individual self. Yeah. And they're going to do things differently than you. Yeah. So you cannot expect him to do everything like you do. Yeah. You need to cut people a damn break. I didn't ask you to be my mother and to put your breast in my mouth and give me everything that I did not ask for.
Because you ain't my mama.
Exactly. So just calm yourself down. Yeah. And if he's being wishy-washy, focus on yourself. You should have did your own damn laundry. Now you won't be complaining about how $250 worth of clothes are down the drain.
Or take it to a dry cleaner.
Exactly. You should have been doing your own. That's why I be telling Lindsay. Focus on yourself. Okay. And let the man get himself in line.
Yeah. So anyway,
it's Katina and her friend
and her sister-in-law.
What are they showing?
They're just talking.
Talking about how she's not ready to live with him after Married at First Sight and the decision day.
Yeah. She's like, you just cannot deal with it.
She's like, I can't deal with it. I can't be bothered. She's like, I'm not comfortable yet. We already listened.
Oftentimes, Noi doesn't express everything she feels, but
well, she has told you about the job.
More she needs to feel certain about.
She needs you to go and work.
Status and where things stand in that regard. I'm not sure if that's the case in this instance, but if it ends up being that, then yeah, I think it would be unfortunate that would happen.
she's like, there's plenty of married couples that stay separated.
For me, it's concerning because the same way she feels uncertain about my employment status, I'm uncertain about how committed are you really if you have a fallback place that you can, at any point, call it quits and move back to.
I mean, she can keep her place. Lauren did the same thing. Lauren kept her place, even though she moved in with Cameron. But she says she doesn't even want to move in.
You know what this is?
She said she don't even want to move in at all.
But you know what this is really about?
What?
This is about this man not having a job. She don't want to move in with him. Yet she feel like I'm going to have to be paying for everything, and that I'm going to have to be providing or whatever. And I don't want to combine our lives because I don't know what the hell he's doing over there.
He wants her to move in at his place.
Right, but I don't know.
So she can keep her place, and he keep his place, and she can move in with him and keep her place. But she does not want to move in at all.
But she is still very upset that this man is working, and she has to stare at his
He's not
face.
working,
and
right.
he's there taking midday naps with the damn dog, which is her dog, while she has to go outside the living room and work. She is very upset. She's still being very passive aggressive about him not getting out there and working. She's like, if I have to suffer in a job that I hate, damn it, we gonna suffer together. You ain't gonna be able to be living this cushy lifestyle making eggs. You either gonna be my houseboy or you gonna be out there working. So I think that this is really about her still being upset about him not having a job, and she doesn't want to move in with him. I think it's just a way of her saying that, oh, you're going to have to be on your own.
I don't want to have you as a husband because you're not out there working, period.
Which I think is really crazy.
That's what it is. You're not working. I don't care how much money you have in the bank. I don't care. I am not moving in with you. I'm going to... Remember when they quarreled that time and she was gone for 48 hours? Remember? She was
which
gone.
I thought was a red mother effing flag.
And I don't even know where, up to today, we don't know where exactly she was. So it's kind of like now she's saying that when this is over, pretty much what you're saying is, I'm going to go to my life and you go to your life. And then we can, people live separately all the time, but you're married though. And you live in the same state. Like, it's just odd. You live in the same city, but you will be in your space. He'll be in his space. How are you guys building and growing together,
Yeah, exactly.
So, I guess he has to also make that decision. Is this something that's good for him? And then she also has to make the decision. Is that something that's good for her? I remember Lauren and Cameron, when they left, she moved into his place.
Right.
And he wanted her to give up her apartment. But she said, no, I really don't want to give it up now. And he was like, okay, that's fine, that's cool. He's like, you're moving with me. I want to take care of you. And she was working, doing her own influencer stuff, her own stuff online. But she moved in with him, kept her space. And then for at least two months. And then after that, she gave it up. She realized, hey, he really can take care of me. I think Noah is missing an opportunity to actually go move in with him and see how he's able to take care of his bills. Now, if you've moved in with him and he's taking care of all the finances since it's his place, you know what I'm saying?
But did he say he wants her to move in with him?
Yes.
He said that?
Yes, because he just told her. He said, it does not make any sense.
What doesn't make any sense?
That you're not going to move in with me.
I mean, maybe they're talking about getting a place together.
No, he said you moving with me. It doesn't make any sense. I thought that's what we were going to do. So obviously they discussed it before. Now she's saying no. Couples stay separate. They're couples, they stay separate and they're still fine. He's like, but we're married though.
I just don't like how she treats him when she gets into these moods. It's a red flag.
Yeah.
It's just not right.
I don't even have that energy for stuff like that. If you're not just gonna even treat me just like another human being with feelings, and ain't nobody got time for that.
Now, my thing is, I am all for being with a man who wants to be a provider. That's my goal in life.
Move in with him. See
how
because he has already said. He said that since they have been together, right, in this apartment, he is spending 3 to 4 times what he was spending when he living by himself. So that means that he is ready to take care of you in his own space there. Maybe the rent is cheaper there or whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't even want to even move in there.
Yeah.
And he keeps a clean house. Of course, you can see that because when went to his space, he has a neat place.
Yeah.
And her place is a little not as neat, but then she has the dog.
Good. How are you?
Good. It's been a while.
Is that
Who is this?
Is that the woman who's like a mother to him?
No.
That he was living with her?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And we have good times.
Tell me.
She's always been very honest and truthful and blunt and gives me an honest opinion. If I need some tough
That's a
truth,
huge spoon.
Erica will tell me. We can enjoy things, whether we're in the house watching a movie or watching a show or talking about things or playing with the cats. I think what's interesting is when we have good times, they're really organic and natural. So it's been like good moments and then tough conversations, and then if anything wasn't resolved, it's brought until the next week. 1 month seemed to be a turning point, and I thought things were headed in the right direction, and then here we are, right back into the same arguments we've been having since week 1. The first 2 weeks, it was like me trying to adjust to her, and adjust to the way she speaks, and trying to adjust to everything going on in my life. Like a lot of things in the beginning, I just didn't know how to react to. And she likes me to be direct, but I'm like, if your tone's like a hard tone, you want to be direct, you might take it the wrong way. So I just don't say much. And then she's like, you need to tell me how you feel. I'm like, I tell you how I'm feeling. You might take it like, and then if she continues with the subject and I get loud with my voice, it like brings me back to like when she got yelled at as a kid. So she's like, can you stop yelling at me? I'm like, you just said the same thing to me 4 times in a row. I heard you. I raised my voice because I'm getting frustrated now. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's tough. She has a very tough exterior. And I think if anything someone says, the way she hears it and the way she formulates the sentence, it comes a certain way. And I'm like, I didn't say that. It's like, I'm out. Like, so it's like.
You guys have really bad communication, it sounds like.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would say a lot in the week 2 and week 3. Like I'm still getting to know you, and when we would talk about things futuristic, I'm like, I'm not there yet. I'm like, I can't process these things.
You're not, but 3 weeks.
Now it's like three weeks.
So she's not wrong for saying like, where are we gonna be?
Yeah.
You need to try and discuss not holding grudges, and you both have to be able to give a little. You just have to be very open and honest. You can't just shut down.
What I worry about is in such a short time frame to be able to process this all and say, yep, I want this forever. It's so hard. That's why I'm kind of like, I'm not one or the other. I'm like, I haven't been away from her to see if I really miss her.
Right.
But I'm not to a point. I'm like, I can't live without you.
Right.
He asked for a divorce decision day. Let's just be honest. He don't like you. He don't want you, boo. You need to move on.
It's too much drama. It's too much drama.
It's just a lot for Mark. It's a lot. Who is this?
This is
Sriracha
Noe.
and I tell each other everything, then it's a little unnerving to know that Steve and I are still navigating a lot of these unknowns about how
Girl,
we're
you
gonna
need to
move
just be a
forward
woman
as
and tell him how
couple.
you
So it is
feel.
a little concerning
I
for
want a
me.
provider. If you're not going to be that,
Hopefully,
please move on from my life.
It's mostly good.
What do you mean mostly, girl?
Should we start with like the things that are awesome, or do you want to hear about the things that are questionable?
Start with good. My drink's not here yet, so.
Yeah, we'll wait till the alcohol gets here. It's like mostly good. I mean, like Steve and I are like just so playful with each other. We're always like laughing and having fun, and I can be like a kid around him, which like I need somebody like that. He's really sweet, like he's really thoughtful. He did like a really cute like picnic and like told me he loved me.
On the first month?
And married at first
Well, you
sight,
told
for
him you loved
like,
him.
A couple years. Thank you so much.
I'm confused. Like, if I'm confused and I'm seeing both sides, I can only imagine how confused they are. Who is providing for what? Who is working? Who is not working? And are we combining incomes? I don't know. I just don't know.
With Noah and Steve.
Like, get a job. Get a job.
And at this point, she said, I don't care what he does.
Like, get a part-time job.
You get a part-time job. So is it the money that you're wanting? Because he already said he pays 3 to 4 times what he was paying.
I don't know who lying.
Right.
I don't know who telling the truth.
And then, well, she has never said that she is paying for anything. She's never said that. He said he buys all the groceries. He said so. And she hasn't said what she does financially in the home. She says that he wants to, she didn't say he asked her, but she says, I don't want to combine incomes. I don't want to combine incomes. That's what she said. But she never said he asked her to combine incomes. So those are the things that she's assuming. That's why, like her brother said, have that conversation.
But she never will.
But if you're used to having someone who works and you just like the idea of someone who works, it doesn't matter what they do, but they work out of the home and it doesn't matter how much money they have saved up, then say so and say, I don't want you because of that. And that's okay. Everybody should have what they prefer, what they like.
Absolutely.
But just be honest about that.
Be honest.
Don't be disrespectful. Don't be shady. Talk about he's having his little midday naps. And then treating him like a houseboy. Don't treat him subhuman. Just be honest.
Girl,
I cannot be with you because of this one thing. You are not working outside of the home. I need you working out. I need you working just like I am working. That's all I know. That's what I want for whatever reason. That's just how I roll.
My thing is everybody that I feel like maybe 80% of America does not want to go out there working. Once you have been at home and you realize the freedom that comes with being at home, doing what you love to do or doing what you want to do, you don't want to be out there working 9 to 5 for somebody with coworkers that treat you like shit, with a boss that probably treat you like shit, with minimum wage and all that stuff. Nobody wants to go work 9 to 5, no. If you like that life, then that's fine. Nobody wants to sit down and be miserable. I want to be able to go have my vacations. I want to live my life
and hang out with your family and friends.
And I want to be able to take my midday naps.
Make a lot of money. I used to make a lot of money. However,
she had no time for her kids.
You have no time for yourself. You don't have any time for your children. The job is tasking. I hated every moment of my job. I liked certain aspects of it in terms of, taking care of patients. I love that aspect of it because I love taking care of people. But yes, I don't like working for other people.
Yeah.
I just don't like having my own time to myself. And even though I excelled at my job, and I really excelled in any job that I was in, it's just tasking. It's tasking. Now, I work 2 full-time jobs most of the time, but it's tasking. The more money that you make, the more responsibilities you have at work. It's just tasking. Also, and that doesn't mean that even if you make a whole bunch of money, that doesn't mean that you're happy. So he was making a lot of money. He wasn't happy. He chose his happiness. You guys have to discuss that, what happiness means to you, what happiness means to him, and what happiness means to you all long term.
Yeah. And fortunately, as a child who had a single mother who was working 2 full-time jobs, the money was awesome because she was able to get stuff for us and everything like that. But having her here at home, even as a 23-year-old, I actually prefer being able to see her every day, being able to talk to her whenever I want, and just being able to have that interaction with her.
Yeah.
So honestly, if she was in a place where she had a man that was providing and she could be a stay-at-home mom, I would have preferred that.
Yeah.
Because you get to have that interaction with her. Like if I'm having troubles or I was having issues or whatever, I could have gone and talked to her.
Yeah.
But when she is working out there, she is working. She's not able to talk to me as much. When she gets home, she wants to relax and all that stuff. And even when we're doing extracurricular activities, she's either passed out in the car or she's up there at the balcony or whatever.
Yeah,
so as a child, even as a grown woman now, I actually prefer to have my mother around.
Yeah. So
men, remember that when you're talking about you want a woman to be out there doing 50-50. The kids prefer her to be at home.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. And
I'm just happy women are now realizing that they want to be providers.
Let me see what he's saying. Maybe we'll get some clarity. Yeah.
Michael!
Missed opportunity. She's asking you, how should I cook these peppers? You could have come behind her and said, "Baby, let me show you how to cut right," and then start nibbling on her ear or her neck or something.
Never cooked for me.
And
Look at her. She's like leaning on him.
She's leaning on him.
You could have put your hand behind her and hold her waist.
One hand
Maybe even grabbed a little bit of booty. You don't know.
Come on, man, Michael. I think that she has scared him.
Mom, when she was accusing him, that man, he said, "Look, no, you ain't finna accuse me of something." She just scared
So
him
now
straight.
he don't know what to do.
Connection, and everything will like follow.
I think we both understand the role that we played in where things weren't clicking at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, looking back, hindsight, there were times where I don't feel
Michael
like
didn't know it's time to talk. Go hold your woman. Oh, Lord.
Myself,
He
this
gonna
isn't
start
working
talking.
because we just aren't communicating well, or she just doesn't understand me, or she's painting me to be this type of way. That's why this isn't working. Like, as opposed to saying, like, what can you be doing to give this marriage a shot? It's like, could you be doing more? Does that make sense?
She don't know where it's going.
The first time you've said that, like I appreciate you acknowledging everything.
Can we get some TLC up in this kitchen?
Nothing should stop me from trying to make this work. So that's the one thing that I want to do moving forward, is make sure I'm doing it as much as I can possibly do.
You need to stop talking, put some action, Michael.
I feel you. That's what happened when you cook with Chef Lindsay.
What?
Comes from the heart.
Comes from the heart. Comes from the heart.
Communication with Michael has definitely gotten
Oh
better.
God, your communication is fine. Could you all just get physical? Missed opportunity.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
She leaned on his back, and he's just like,
You
still
should have.
cooking.
You should have put your hand behind her or something. It might have been uncomfortable.
just hot.
Salty.
That's hot.
I was told not to comment in Chef Morency's kitchen.
I cannot.
It's good though.
You said one blunt.
Missed opportunities. That's
I mean,
all
that
can
was just
say.
what your sister was saying. Stop overthinking it, Michael.
Yeah.
But you know, she accused him of being aggressive. Once you start, look, it's a very fragile time. You don't want a woman
Like,
to
I don't
accuse
want to-
you of something, and then
Yeah.
you like, look, I didn't even know I was doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So she has scared him straight,
Yeah.
and that's why this man couldn't even go behind and said, "Let her not think I'm trying to catch a feel or I'm
Yeah.
violating her boundaries."
Yeah.
Next, you know, she called the police on me. And Jasmine, you ruined it. You ruined the affection. I mean, girl.
But I mean, I don't know. You just going behind her. Hopefully they will.
Well, you
get
and
it
these
together.
romance novels, you can think all the fantasies.
I mean, it's not even a fight. Just anyhow. Hopefully they'll get it together. This physical part of it.
Because they're two very attractive people. Michael
think so.
fine as hell.
And
He
just,
fine as
you know,
hell.
They both look well, nice. You know.
Usually I don't look at short men, but I look at him all day.
He is easy on the eyes.
There, and then you could tell that he's hairy. Because when he was wearing his tank top, you saw hair like trickling
Yeah.
on the shoulder. Then he has that nice
But he
beard
keeps-
that's all
he seems like
combed.
he keeps everything really nice and clean.
Then he had the waves,
and
honey.
just,
Then
you
he
know.
like,
And you don't even like the guys with the waves, because you like more hair.
I actually do,
he
but
is
the
just really
beard.
easier. He just keeps himself.
You know that man keep himself up. He keep himself up, honey. Let me go on my gaze.
I know, because he is just beat as bad.
If he not your man by the end decision day, you best believe I'm knocking. No.
I'm knocking on nobody's door.
But girl, get it together.
Yeah.
Get it together. Michael, you get it together.
I
That's your
know.
woman.
That's your
That's your woman. You better cop a feel something. Lindsay.
So you want to talk about boundaries, but just before the dinner, you made some pineapple dip. Obviously, he doesn't like pineapple.
I love
He
you.
says, "I don't want. I don't want to. Oh, but come on, have it. No, but thank you so much, but I don't want it. Oh, well, what is it? I don't know. I just don't want it though. Oh, come on. Dip a fry in it. Dip a fry. Just a fry. Be compromise.
Well, she wanted
So
to
he
make her
goes,
husband feel like I made something. I hope you like it.
I don't want it. I don't know what part of I don't feel like having this that I don't want. So he takes the fry, he dips it in it, puts it in his mouth, and says,
No.
Don't like it. Thank you. And then you say it has pineapple. He said, yeah, I don't like it. Ah, suspect. So now he starts to talk about, the boundaries that are being violated. No, sorry. And then he starts to talk about some issues that he's having. You want to jump in. He's like, but let me finish. And he says it with a tone. But you know why, Lizzie? Because you have just pushed him 5 different times to have your dip that he did not want. And when he finally did compromise, you made some snurred comment about how it's suspect that he don't like pineapple. Okay? Or he don't like this dip. Now he says, well, can I finish? So now you now have an attitude because of the tone he's using. Then in the middle of him telling you kill some fly, you don't wash your hands.
Just like that.
And then you want to reach out to touch him, and he's like, and then you're like,
I'm done. As she grabs her wine, I'm done.
I can't.
I'm done.
You guys keep on triggering each other.
You know why? Because y'all don't like each other.
Yeah.
Well, he don't like her.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
and
keep on triggering each other. I don't know. I kind of feel like he will work with her for a moment.
Mom,
I don't know how long
Mark
it'll last.
Can't take it. Mark, everything is too much for a man. Maybe you're too much, and y'all should not be together because it's all too much.
You know what he was talking about though? He was talking about the yelling that she did with the clothes. And she was, that's what he was talking about, the yelling that she does.
Oh,
with him.
yeah.
And so he was like, well, you keep on violating my boundaries. That's what she says. And you're not taking accountability. And he's like,
he said, you don't take accountability.
That's a two-way street.
She said, no, I take accountability.
Because, Lindsay, you just violate his boundaries. What is, I don't want to eat that. Like, it's not like when I was at home with my mom and she forced me to have my broccoli. As a grown man, I know what I want and what I don't want to eat. And for you to be forcing me ever which way, because remember she likes to eat a lot of different things. She's traveled a lot. Remember when he went and ate sushi on her behalf? He doesn't like sushi though.
Yeah, I don't know why he would like sushi.
And then he almost felt like throwing up. Like, they're just things. He knows what he likes to eat and what he doesn't want to eat. He wants to enjoy his dinner.
Let the man be free.
That's another thing with Lindsay too, though. I mean, like, she's a lot, but I think that he would have really tried to. One thing he does like about her is the way she's so supportive. He has said so, and he said that has never happened with him before. But I just feel like you tell him he needs to do accountability, but you don't want to take yours either. It's a lot.
How are you?
It's a lot.
Nice to see you. Come on in.
Who's this?
Got the cats kind of spread out in different places.
Oh, that's the wedding videographer.
One over here. It's gonna be just me. The wife took off a little bit, so it'll just be me and the kids. It's a little uncomfortable and awkward situation because Lindsay decided to.
Okay, on his thing they say regional sales director. I just finally saw his
she's
stuff.
not gonna be part of the.
Otherwise, I thought it was that real estate.
It's not something that I wanted to do without her, but it is what it is.
I would recommend, since you already had that one on your lap, before putting this all together.
It's gonna be a mess.
Hi.
You look very nice.
Thank you.
I'm not feeling it. You can just do it with just him. I'm gonna go. Okay. I'm so mad at Mark.
These might need a minute for me. Okay.
I want to do this, but I don't want to just put an effort in. I just want to hear if he wants me to be here or not.
What?
What you doing?
I'm gonna go to this movie.
There you go. I feel like I'm going to raise my voice, so I need to say I just need to take a minute because I'm so hurt. And if I'm not hurt, I'm going to be really angry. So I just need a moment. upset with you. I feel like you actually don't give it.
Lindsay, look how you looking. I didn't want to say nothing. God knows I didn't want to say nothing.
I can't take the lack of boundaries.
Is she wet?
Accountability. It ain't worth it to me.
Yeah.
The price is too high.
I don't know. I think she has. Like maybe she was sitting somewhere and she was sweaty. You know how satin can be.
She was sweating that much.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, her face is all sweaty, so I don't know.
But her way of telling it to me and being
And she's wearing glasses.
doesn't make me go change real quick.
Look at the way he's looking at her up and down. Oh my God.
I can't change how you feel. All I said was things are a two-way street. I can take accountability. I just feel like discussions and difficulties we've had have been a two-way street. That's all I've said.
Mark, there are certain discussions, but there isn't a two-way on that.
Okay.
See, she's not seeing her own stuff too, though.
If that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
You keep pushing me away.
I'm not trying to
You
push you.
keep doing
You're
these
the one
things
who
where I'm
lead.
like, you're not invested. You're not ready. You're not pouring in. You can pour into everybody else, but not this.
I don't try to push you in any direction.
Mark, you don't try to do nothing hard.
Okay, then I don't do anything, Linz. Okay, I don't do anything. Great. Feel better? Whenever I try to say something, it's always like she feels I'm just trying to defend myself, but I can't hear her point. I'm like, I hear your point, but there are 2 points in this argument. There's what I did, and there's the way you talk about it. And those are the things that we go back and forth with every week. We have someone here to do a photo shoot. Do you want to do the photo shoot?
Do I want to pretend like I like you? No.
Then don't. Then don't. But we have somebody here who is taking up time to be here to do a photo shoot. And if you like to do a photo shoot, that would be great. If you don't,
I don't see the point of a family photo shoot.
You're the one that arranged it.
I think it'd be great if you stay for the photo shoot.
I mean, do I want to? No. Do you want me to? That's a different question.
He just
I
asked.
think it'd be great if you stay for the photo shoot. I have 3 cats. You have 2 cats. We've been here for 5 weeks. It'll be a fun photo shoot.
Okay, if you would like me to stay for this photo shoot, then I can stay for this photo
So
shoot.
stay for the photo shoot.
She just wants to feel wanted, and she has to.
Please do something with that clothes. Mark, tell her the clothes is wet. Oh, dinner is also over. The dinner has to be put away
Is everything okay?
with a big old dip.
There you go. Let me grab this right here.
Okay, what do you think I should wear?
You want to come help me?
Yeah.
I can. Let's see.
I don't think I'm surprised that she's staying, even though she wants
Is
to
a
rap
photographer
with us, she wants
supposed to
stay for
help
me.
you dress?
I don't know. Maybe she just wants to
Maybe
talk
that's
to
her friend?
I don't know.
Regardless of how she feels about me or the situation we're in, I think she would want to have a fun photo with all the cats.
There we go. Regardless of where they are, we've got them all. Oh my goodness. This is amazing.
Aw,
That's the
catty.
problem,
We're
Lindsay.
cat
When she's
people.
pissed, she can be pissed royally and then do an activity with me and be fine.
Yeah, lay down on the floor.
Oh, they have bubbles.
And then when it's over, though, she goes right back to that mood, that place, because everything's gone. She's like, pissed.
All right, so you guys want to hang just the 2 of you?
She's waiting for it.
Yeah?
Yeah? All right, move in there.
She was waiting for him to say, "I want to take a picture with you."
All right.
Communication-wise, it's almost like we try, but it doesn't work. And I don't know if it will ever.
Next time.
What's happening
Married
next
at
time?
First Sight. With less than 3 weeks left until decision day, Dr. Pepper and I will speak to each of the spouses individually to take a real and honest look at their marriage.
Okay.
This is how it is now. It could only get worse from here.
I literally almost always feel sad all the time.
Do you feel as though your marriage is in danger?
It's just I don't feel anything when he touches me.
I said, I don't want you to do anything about the engagement.
But that was a dumb move.
If anybody wants to say something, they can say it to me because I don't play those games. Dr. Pepper saying he said, she said, totally disrespectful. This is a spit in my face.
Nothing lasts forever.
You're telling the world that I'm not enough for you.
All I asked for was consistency.
All I want is healthy communication.
Would you like me to leave right now?
If you want to. If you want to. Dr. Pepper's going to help me. Not at all.
Keep talking, Elijah.
next week, let's just say this and then we can wrap it up. But next time he seems as though Dr. Pepper went to talk to Elijah.
And he basically dismissed her.
Dismissed and said he didn't like that. She did not help him at all.
It's a slap in my face.
And while he's talking, she has been watching him in the background.
Yeah.
With Pastor Kyle, and she walks in on him. And he looks like a little boy, but we'll see how that whole thing goes.
I just feel, I don't know what Michael said with Pastor Cal. I can't remember. But Jasmine said she doesn't, like, she feels nothing when he touches her.
Yeah. So, okay, all right, Jasmine. I mean,
girl, you want to release that man? Release that man.
If you're not, feeling him like that, then just move on. It's
release
okay.
him.
It's all right so that you both can go and find what you all are looking for. I
feel
looking
like
at all these couples, I don't think
anyone's gonna make it.
Yeah, I don't. At this point, it doesn't seem as though anyone's going to say yes.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I don't think anybody's going to say yes. There's only 2 weeks left.
Yeah. So,
very tragic.
I mean, I do feel like Mark and Lindsay, I think that they can work.
Mom, please. Mark and Lindsay, one of the most toxic couples.
I feel like they both just get triggered if they can get some kind of therapy.
Mom.
And even, Jasmine and Michael, the same thing. I feel like they can work. I do.
Well, they have therapists there. But they not doing their damn job. We can say that much.
The thing is, there's just so much they can do. These people actually need to be in therapy, consistent. Like how Danielle was in her therapy. They need to be in therapy.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will say, what shall I say? I think Jasmina and Michael, I think the kind of therapy they need is like what they had before.
Sexual therapy.
Intimacy therapy.
Intimacy
where they really
coach.
seemed to connect. Yes. That's what I think they need. Lindsay and Mark, I think they need separate therapy.
And I feel like she just needs validation from him because she's like, I won't stay here because I don't want to, but you need to tell me that you want me to stay here. So it's like you're putting the man above your own wants and needs.
Marriage counseling, that's what I want to tell her. Lindsay, back off. Don't try to fix all his problems. Give him opportunities to fix his own problems.
Lindsay is the classic case of what some women do. Is when they get married, they put the man above their own wants and needs. And it's like, the thing is with her is, even in the next episode, we see that, I don't want to be here. But if you tell me that you want me to be here, then I'll be here. So, of course, you put his emotions above your own. And then you get pissed off at him when he doesn't validate you because it's like you keep on letting him stomp all over your heart. But you're allowing it. So my thing is, I just feel like Lindsay needs to just start putting herself first. I mean, look at how you looked. Yeah. Wearing the Jemima outfit, not the grandma outfit, the blue satin, the hair all over the place.
Jemima has her waist cinched in there.
Yes, you didn't have any of that. And then you had wearing glasses and a hoodie. Your whole outfit's all wet, like you were sitting on the floor in the rain. Yeah. I don't know what the hell was going on.
It was just parts of her outfit.
And then you're asking the photographer to come help you figure out what the hell you need to wear. Looking all discombobulated. What is going on?
Back,
and then that dress was doing nothing for you. It was all tight on the armpits, and then it was showing your back all pudgy, and then the bra straps were showing, and then you looked upset. And then, there was somebody on TikTok that said that men have 5 different appetites. They said it's emotional, physical, visual, sexual, and then it's mental. And they said when a man gets with you, you're the only person he's going to look at for the rest of his life. Give him something to look at. Emotionally, he wants to feel appreciated and feel heard. Mentally, he wants to feel that you understand him and that, he can talk to you. You don't really have to talk too much, but just listen to him sometimes, which you don't do. And then sexual, make sure that you giving him what he needs or whatever. And then it was...
Well, no, she did give him sexual. Remember that day she had sex with 5 times?
Yeah, okay, so we gonna put a finger down for Lindsay. Woohoo for the sexual. But you're doing everything else wrong.
Okay,
you're
so
not
visual,
you're not giving it to him. Physical, emotional, you're not giving it to him because you don't acknowledge him. Mentally, you're not giving it to him.
What's the other one?
What was the other
You
one?
said physical. Was it physical or sexual? Sexualist.
It was physical. It was physical. Physical. Visually, like aesthetically,
She
emotionally.
certainly doesn't like those grabbing that you grab him. So physically, you're not giving him. So you're only giving him the sexual.
Yes. So all other four, when I figured them out, I'll put them somewhere. And then, because I saw it on
Where
TikTok.
in the world did you get that? Oh,
this
this
girl on TikTok said her grandfather said men are very simple.
Ah.
So he said men have 5 appetites. It was physical, emotional, mental, visual, and sexual.
Okay.
So I think I said it all right?
So physical. So
physical,
visual, sexual.
No, visual,
physical, sexual, physical.
No, emotional,
mental.
Damn it, I forgot the last one.
Okay,
I gotta find that.
So it's not physical then. It's something else.
Yeah,
Right,
visually, it's like keep yourself up.
Yeah.
Because you're the only woman he's gonna be looking at.
Yeah.
Don't let me. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, but because all breasts matter. But yeah, I mean, Lindsay, you're just doing the sexual part. You're not hearing this man. You're not listening to him. You're not making him feel appreciated.
No. You cut him off. You emasculate
but
him.
also, you're not doing that stuff for yourself. Yeah. The only way that you can do that for somebody is if you're doing it for yourself.
If
when
you
you're feeling
are hearing
upset,
yourself, like you're saying, she's not even putting her own emotions first.
Yes, exactly.
For herself, how can you want someone to do it for you?
Exactly, that's my issue. You know,
and that's
and then
why I have a problem.
You're just letting yourself, letting it all hang out. I mean, girl, you wearing glasses and a hoodie.
But she had a bra on.
And yes, that was about it. But you're here telling the photographer to come help you figure out something to wear.
Yeah, that dress was not flattering on her.
No, it was not. And then the hair's all frazzled. You're wearing the big glasses, and then you're wearing the hoodie, so you saw him looking at you up and down like, Jesus Christ. Girl, I'm sure if you were wearing a little tight dress, had your hair all wrapped up in a bunny, you're wearing a push-up bra or something like that, I'm sure he would have been like, okay, let me listen to you. Because he's staring at you, so he's like, okay. He would have shut up and listened. Yeah. Sometimes you have to entice men with the way you look. And sometimes you have to get to them with a soft, feminine voice. If he's being mean to you, just be like, I don't like how you're talking to me. Because,
No, don't tell all your secrets.
No, I mean, of course not. But I tried that once, instead of me being mad or yelling or whatever. So I was just like, I don't like what you said, and the man apologized or whatever, what I'm saying? And he was just like, I'll never do that again.
Yeah, just
so that's what you got. Rest in your femininity and keep yourself looking good. Focus on yourself. Yeah. And stop putting this man above your own emotions. If you're like, I need time. I don't like what you said. I can't do this photo shoot now. We'll do it another time, but I need to go to my apartment. And then while you're looking good and you're walking away, Bae's like, damn, I fucked up. So, you see what I'm saying, Lindsay? Come on. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done giving y'all relationship advice. I can't save everybody. No.
And then I'm thinking, Noah and Steve.
Girl.
I just think boundaries.
She just keeps on posting on social media.
With her and Steve, I don't think that the maturity is there on her part.
Not at all.
I think the world I'm not good enough for you. Transparency is not there on Steve's part, but I don't like the way in which she mistreats him. It's like it is abuse. Also, I feel, I don't like the way she treats Steve, and the one couple I will definitely say she'll not be is Olajuwon and Katina. Not at all. Not at any level. Katina needs therapy on her own. And Olajuwon needs therapy on his own. And he also probably needs not only therapy, he needs to be around men who can really kind of begin to change his perspective of what a man is and what a marriage is, what a marriage is, and what a wife is. Because I think that, and
you shouldn't be concerned about what a wife does. That's not your concern.
Yeah, I think there's a big history with him, and he has gotten really bamboozled on what the marriage, wife, husband, what all that entails. And I think that he also needs his own individual therapy, and then he needs to, like you said, have perspective of men. Those who are actually men, because you're not a man.
No,
Elijah, you've not really grown to be a man. You're a male, okay?
Yeah.
You got the genitals to prove that you're male, but you are not. You're not a man.
Yeah.
Yes, you've not graduated to that at all. And if you're not a man, then you can't be married. Talk about leading a home. You're gonna lead that home straight into
hellfire.
Thank you.
Riding with the devil now.
The depths of hell. You know, like, you know. So that's what he needs. And I think that if he gets that and he's really aggressive and he's open, I think that, you know, I always have hope that people change and become better. And you're still young enough to make that change. But you continue on that path to you're in your 40s, bruh. That's where you're going to be, you know. So that's what I will say. But yeah, definitely they should not be together at all. At all. At all.
Yeah.
And Noah and Steve, I will say no. Too.
She's too
much. But the other two, I
felt like it could have worked with Steve, but you have to be with a woman who is a dreamer, someone who wants to be an entrepreneur,
and someone who has that same value of what happiness is.
Who is worldly. It's not about the 9 to 5.
Yes.
Somebody who thinks bigger than that.
Yeah.
Because you're 9 to 5s will only get you so far,
yeah.
but it will get you to a grave,
well,
retirement that the government will steal. And you being in a nursing home with your kids that don't love you. So working 9 to 5 is only going to do so much for you. But if you got generational wealth and you're able to take care of yourself and provide an income for your upcoming family, you don't even have to look at your kids. You can hire an in-home maid. You could be living on a vacation somewhere with your nurse taking care of you or whatever. But
the one thing you're
she's an immigrant, so it's different.
Yeah.
I mean, but you also are like a dreamer.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
well,
and I think a lot of foreigners also are dreamers. I mean, that's why, you know, when you come over here, you're coming with a lot of dreams of things that you want to do, and
but then you get stuck to it for 9 to 5, and that's the big dream. But you don't think bigger than that.
We find we get ourselves all entangled into.
You get
entangled into the system.
Complacent. You get complacent.
You get very complacent with it too.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it really becomes like
you get comfortable. You get lax. You're like, I can deal with this. I'm okay with this.
But you know, and then you start acquiring all these debts in terms of mortgage and stuff like that. And this guy probably is trying to be free. He's trying to be free of that. He doesn't want that attachment. He wants to travel. And I think what Noah is missing, someone like that is bucking against the system, right? And so you need to ask him, what are your values? Like, what do you value? Like, where do you see this going long term? I wish the sheik will ask him that, because he obviously planned. It wasn't like there are people who will drop that job, ain't got zero savings, like for any long term, and be like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna go live in my mama's basement, whatever. He didn't do that. So obviously he has some kind of responsibility. The other thing
he's obviously responsible.
He has a
lot
good
of
profession,
savings.
Right? He has a very good profession.
Engineers make buku money.
Yeah, like he had to study and all that stuff. So all you have to do really
is have faith.
Is why don't you talk to him? But
instead of going on social media talking about this and then rolling your neck with your girlfriend and then like, you know, get a job, bro. Get a job, bro.
I cannot.
Like doing all that, and then you want to go and post.
Mature. She's not mature at all. She's not mature at all.
Yeah.
And
it's a shame.
Go ahead and marry your 9 to 5 person and be happy. But I don't think you're to be happy. But hey, do that, you know. But leave Steve alone. Yeah, that's why I feel like Noah, Steve.
There's two different types of people.
No, it's two different value systems.
Completely.
And then, and I don't think she's going to change. I don't even think she's even aware. And then
Of
you
course she's
have
not aware.
Olajuwon and Katina, which is certainly a hell no.
Well, what about Jasmine and Michael?
No, I think those two, with just Jasmine and Michael, if all they need
is an intimacy
it's
coach.
An intimacy coach. That's it.
They worked on the communication.
That's it. All you need is some intimacy coach and just some. You know how you go to you go for like annual therapy.
Mm-hmm.
No, annual to go see your doctor, annual physical. Just checking on a therapist once in a blue moon, like once every quarter. Checking with a therapist to make sure everything is
Make sure they don't have diseases?
No, therapist. I said just like you go and have an annual checkup with a doctor.
Oh, like go once a year for a therapy session?
Yeah.
I think they should go once
like
a month.
retreat. Go to like a marriage retreat.
Yeah.
Once a year or something like that. That's all they need with an intimacy coach, and I think they'll be fine. And I think the other couple who was
Lindsay
Mark and Lindsay, even though
that's
they
just
could
a
be very
hell
volatile,
no.
I honestly feel like
know.
I think that there's enough for them to actually work if they stop being triggered. That's why they both need separate therapy, and then they really need marriage counseling on a weekly basis to figure out how to communicate well with each other.
Maybe twice a week.
I think they both have their hearts in their right place, and that's really all you need to make a marriage work. Yeah. Obviously, you both enjoy sex. You guys had sex 5 times in one day. Obviously, you both sexually.
On it popping
you
up
all
in
got
here.
that going, right? So that's what I will say. I will just say they need individual therapy just to handle their own things. Like she was talking about her childhood, not being yelled at. Have that, but then have that intense weekly marriage therapy so that when you guys get into those issues, you're not holding a grudge for longer than
you need
for the next 2 weeks until you see the marriage counselor and let that fester like a wound. No, that's why you got to be aggressive about it and do the weekly thing. But that's it. But those two, but the other two, it's a hell no. But I don't think any one of them is going to say yes. I will be shocked.
I will be shocked out of my brain.
But I'll be pleasantly surprised if those two couples that I said for them to be together,
Jasmine and Mark,
Mark and Lindsay, and Jasmina and Michael, I will be pleasantly surprised if they decide, hey, let's try.
I think Jasmine and Michael could work. I don't think Lindsay and Mark can work. I don't think Stephen Noe can work. I don't think who's the other couple? Olajuwon and Katina can work.
Yeah.
I'm only rooting for Jasmine and Michael. I've been rooting for them since the beginning.
Yeah.
Because he's such a calm spirit. He's been through a lot of crap in his life. Yeah. He is able to handle her craziness.
And she's trying to be open.
And her heart is open. So that's what's important.
Exactly.
But your needs to be open.
It will open. I promise you. You cannot be attracted to somebody and they can actually become your best sexual partner. That I know from experience. You cannot be feeling them at all sexually. At all. Like they don't do a damn thing for you. But that's what I'm saying. With the communication, with whatever, they can be the best sexual partner you've ever had. And so, I just think sex is just an art. It's something that if you practice, it's like art. If you practice frequently and you are intense on it and you really learn everything about it, you can actually become really good.
So you compare my art to sex?
Not your art. I know you're an artist, but you know what I'm saying? Anywho, that's all I have to say.
Sex is art and art is sex. What's up? That's what they be saying about art students, about art, sex, drugs, and
that's
love.
That's a stereotype. But
that's not a true stereotype. We are about more than that.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming to our TED Talk. It is married. We invite you guys to like,
share, and comment, you guys. Okay, we see all these
interesting comments.
We see all these views, and so we want to see that in our subscribers.
We know y'all be stalking us
and our comments.
We see y'all.
Don't forget don't forget to like, because sometimes you forget, you know, like when you're watching some YouTube channels.
Y'all know
sometimes
goodness
you
well y'all hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, but sometimes you forget. So, hey, for those of you, definitely subscribe, like, share.
But mainly subscribe.
And comment.
Down below.
Yes.
Good night.
Do all 4. All of them have equal weight. And do all 4.
Night.
Okay, bye.